Hello YouTube, my name is Parker and welcome back to Radical Dreamers. In the last episode, what's going on, Kid asks. Then through the trees I look up at the mansion and all my questions are answered. There we see all the occupants of Viper Manor waving and cheering for us. Long live Mistress Riddle. Hip hip hooray, good luck. We'll be over for brunch once you're sick. Then Kid nudges me pointing to the rooftop. And there Lord Link sits solemnly with a tear in the tear in his eye waving to us. What the hell is happening? So before we begin, yeah, I have a bit of a different camera angle I'm trying out. I think this might be what we're going to stick with for a while. I don't know. We're going to see. But, yeah, anyway, things were weird. Hold on, I need to turn the volume down a little bit. It's kind of loud. Okay, so anyway, in the last episode, we finished the game 2 episodes ago, and so we started doing these like side things that you do after you beat the game, and they're all really weird. In the first one, Magiel like found his lost love and then like kidnapped her almost, and then even the main villain was like farewell, and then we met a French flower in. Kid got mad because it made fun of her boobs, and then now she's turned into a giant flower monster and we gotta kiss her. So we did the other 2. Also, we found another ending. I looked up to see if there were any other walkthroughs that talked about the endings. I couldn't really find anything because we were having trouble getting one of the endings. I might just end up skipping that one just because I could not find any method on how to get that. So I might just skip that. Maybe at some point in the future we'll do it, but for right now I can't find out how to do it, and I don't really want to take the time to try to figure it out. So we're just gonna do the endings that I can. So this is where we were before, and we were going to actually try to kiss her this time because that's the one ending we didn't get, and I do not remember how to do that. How to do it. So we're gonna try to get there real quick. If I recall correctly, it was not hard to get, because we kept getting it on accident and we would back up. Oh, wait a minute. I think I loaded the wrong save state. Okay, I'm back here. This is where we're supposed to be. I had loaded the wrong save, so we're just gonna fast forward through all of this, and we will try to get the good ending on this route. Oh wait, crap. Kiss her. But she's not going to. She's gonna, yep. She's gonna knock us away. Oh crap, I wasn't paying attention to the dialogue options. Looking around, okay. I think this is fine though, if I recall. Because I think, isn't Magiel gonna help us here real quick? Yeah, here's what he's doing. Okay, yeah. So he's gonna come in. And here's where we left off. With the very polygonal characters. And we're gonna go with this one, because I think that's what we did before. I silently prayed to myself. Well done, Sarge. Hold her tightly to you and leave the rest to me. Hearing that voice, I slowly open my eyes. All I see before me is Kid's face, hollow and listless. I'm so scared. I hug her tighter than I've ever hugged her before, quietly sobbing as I kiss her again and again. Looking up, I see Magil floating among a sea of clouds, hanging there in midair with his arms folded. His dazzling figure glitters like gold. Suddenly, the clouds beneath him open up as he darts downward, aiming directly for us. The moon comes forth. Its goddess speaks. I am summoned by the will to vanquish evil. Goddess of the moon, lend me your power. Scourge the insolent evil from this world. Now. The golden ring printed on Magil's cape shines brighter and brighter as he swoops down onto us. Oh, is that... Ooh, okay. Luna Chant Ring Force Kick. Centered on Kid, the collision creates a huge explosion spreading over the monster's entire body. My first instinct is to back away, but I remain by her, hugging her body tighter than ever. Somehow the explosive flames don't seem to harm me. Soon after, the flames begin to subside. I slowly open my eyes, only to see the spell on Kid has been broken. She's been separated from the monster. I hold her body tightly to me as I fly away with her, far out of the reach of the incapacitated monster. Looking back, the monster begins to pulsate with a white light, causing the battered monster's body to shake and tremble. Shimmering sparks dance around its body, circling the beast faster and faster, until the entire scene is a glistening ball of light. Soaring further and further away from the calamity, I look back again only to see the monster implode onto a single point of light. Having left no trace of the disaster that took place before, the small point of light briefly zips around like a firefly, disappearing into the night sky in a flash. Looking down, I can't help but grin as I see the familiar sight of Kid's face. The green in her skin is rapidly fading, returning to the normal color it once was. Kid, it's going to be okay. There is no need to worry. Once her spirit settles, she will awaken. Here, put this on her. It wouldn't be too good if she was to wake up like that, Magil says, holding out his silver cape. Yeah, if she wakes up like this, it'll be slaps and bruises for everyone. I take the cape and quickly wrap it around her limp body. She's coming too. My heart races. I look at her face, seeing her eyelids start to tremble. Good morning, Kid, I say, still a bit nervous. Sarge. Magil. She groggily moves her eyes around, left and right. And then, after that brief, subdued moment... You two... Damn it! You saw me naked, didn't you? Shocked, I look up at Magil, but he's nowhere to be seen. Magil's the smart one. How could he leave me alone with her at a time like this? Why can't I be the one with the power of the shadows? Kid stares at me with those ever-fiery eyes of hers. Hey, you kissed me too? The music. How could she remember any of that? Damn it, Magil. Yes, I did. Letting out a deep breath, I answer truthfully. But before I can finish... Yeah, just like I thought. Trying to sneak in a quick peck when I'm knocked out. She yells, rising to her feet, slapping me again and again. And I've never been kissed before. The nerve! You bastard! You bastard! Suddenly, she stops and looks at me. It's over. Hell no, this ain't over! She lands a solid punch square on my jaw as her shouting continues to tear through my eardrums. Amidst all the commotion, the silver cape she was wearing accidentally slips off. Momentarily thrown off guard, she quickly bends down to cover herself back up. Wait, what's that on the ground? Kid seems to notice it as well, completely forgetting about me. It's not a flower, is it? Oh god, no. She bends down, picking it up. It's some sort of large black and white striped object. Holding it up, I try to see what it is, from a safe distance. It looks like it's some sort of seed. No! Don't plant the seed! Yeah, it's a... No! Don't do it! It's a sunflower seed, but it's so big. Bigger than a fist. However, this only seems to add more fuel to her fire. Okay. She stomps... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is deserved. 100%. Then she picks it up and hurls it upward with all of her might. Kid! Shouts Magil suddenly behind her. Kid! No! He roars, but it's useless. Oh no. No! She's doing it again! Oh my god. She's locked into another one of her tantrums. Fireball. Oh, is Magil gonna burn it up? Oh, she did that. Disregarding him completely, she sends a huge fireball streaking upwards to the seed. That sunflower seed, it's worth 1 billion gold, Magil shouts, just as the seed explodes. Oh. Oh no. That's a lot of money that we just lost. Kid suddenly looks over at Magil, but it's too late. Oops. Oh no! The look on her face is one I don't think I've ever seen before. Having just realized what she's done, her anger fades into a tremendous feeling of regret. She slumps over, silently staring into her hands. I can't believe a single seed could fetch such a price. It was a pretty big seed, though. Be calm, kid, Magil says. As you see now, you've had the power to use magic in you all along. The sunflower merely brought it out of you. However, as you see, magic is a very temperamental thing. In time, you may learn to control it. I mean, that was the case in Chrono Trigger too, right? Because we had that guy that, like, brought out our magic. Hey, come on, kid. We didn't come away from this empty-handed. You've learned how to use magic. That's nothing to be down about, I add, trying to make the best of things. Magil softly puts a hand on her shoulder, however. Oh, however, she quickly turns away from us without saying a word. Her eyes are overflowing with tears. Looks like it might be a while before things get back to normal. Not gonna lie, I would probably do the same thing if I'd accidentally destroyed something worth that much money. Oh, alright, so there's that ending. Let me pull up the... I'm gonna fast forward through this. Oh yeah, wait. After the spotlight had faded from Kid, yeah, okay. Yep, so here we go. I'm going to fast forward through this, and then I'm gonna pull up the thing. Yay! All three of them are there again. And while that's happening, let me pull up, because I actually pulled it up right before this. So we did Kid and the Sunflower. The name of this next one is kind of something else. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm going to, real quick, just make a save state. Let me move my phone real quick down here so I can see it better. Alright, so let's start on this next ending. Yeah, and it looks like... I don't know if we're going to be able to get 5. Hopefully we're not going to have the same trouble with the rest of these. No, I wanted to do it fast. Let's do fast. Okay, so we need to fall asleep to start, and then we have to follow Kid. So fall asleep. And and follow Kid. Then we need to go into the study. How did I get to the study again? Hold on, let me check the map on here. Okay, so it's next to the ballroom, and I cannot remember where anything is here anymore. So the terrace, so we need to go left. Yeah. So we need to go into the study and check the painting. This might be the ballroom, though. Okay, yeah, this is the ballroom. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm actually going to back this up here. So that's the ballroom. Okay, I think I know where we are then. I think I know where to go. Once we backed this up enough. Okay. So here we can just turn back to a three-way split in the path. And we're going to go on the door on the left. So on the passageway. And going here to the what should be the study. Yep. So check out the painting. Alright. A painting is hung on the rear wall. There we go. Okay, so we need to check out the painting. I walk over and examine the painting, illuminated by the pale moonlight. It's an oil painting of a very strange landscape. I've never seen anything quite like it before. It's a depiction of an endless, scorched desert filled with red sand stretching out to the horizon. There, unbelievably tall mountains soar upwards for miles and miles, meeting a blazing orange sky. It seems surreal, almost out of this world, but even more than that, it seems like a very sad, lonely painting. As if it's depicting a fleeting memory of a desolate soul. What kind of person could have painted this? And furthermore, why is it here in the study? None of the other stuff around here matches it. Noticing me, Magdal comes to my side. Sorry, I guess I got distracted. Noticing his sharp gaze, I get the feeling he's come to berate me for my stupidity. Getting caught up with a silly painting like this while we're in enemy territory. However, I'm mistaken. Even if after I start to walk away, Magdal doesn't seem to budge, still staring up at the painting. I look back at him and suddenly realize what's going on. Usually I'm at a loss to what he's thinking. Up until now, that was the way it was. But at this very moment, I completely understand him. Magdal is burning. What? A slight glow has started to radiate all around him. It seems like his fury has somehow tapped into the force of Maxwell's demon, allowing him to violate the second law of thermodynamics. Okay. Actually, no, it's as though the helium and hydrogen-free atom... What is happening? This... Okay. Is it the helium and hydrogen-free atoms drifting around the area somehow causing a thermonuclear fusion reaction? The neutrinos of a reaction like this could be visible even in a cup of water. What is okay. Fascinating. All of a sudden, science. The look on his face is the same cold expression he always wears. However, his internal temperature has clearly risen by more than a few degrees. Sarge, if anything should ever happen to me, please take care of Kid. Before I can even get the chance to ask him what he means, his face turns red, his blood hot as lava, as though he's being stripped down to some sort of primal awareness, ready to attack whatever comes his way. Finally, after all these years I have you, he repeats. over and over, continuing to stare at the strange painting. His sharp, radiant gaze seems to pierce through the painting and beyond the mansion wall, as if he's seeing straight into the ethereal demiurge, Father Time himself. Behind that mysterious porcelain mask of his lies a consciousness on the brink of critical mass, somehow innately prepared for this very day, for this very moment. "Hey!" Kid says as the flames start to take on a blue hue, like that of a Shurikanoff reaction. "If you keep on burning like that, you're gonna get us spotted!" Suddenly noticing Magil's intensity, a giant sweat drop appears on her cheek as a vein at her temple starts to throb prominently. Women, will they ever truly understand the true nature of males? What is happening? Excuse me? Kid, Magil is on the verge of something big here. If you're any kind of wife, you'll at least console him with one of your bittersweet smiles. Whap. Okay. Hey, snap out of it, mate. Kid had gone through the trouble of removing one of her high-laced boots and hitting me over the head with it. I awake from my daze, rubbing my head. Huh? What the heck? I was only joking around, kid. What's going on with Magil? Kid asks. I don't really know, but something's been awakened inside him. Something fierce. I think he sees something in that painting. Maybe Lynx himself, I say, pointing to that bizarre painting. As the 50 cc of blood per second routinely flows through my temples. Why is everything, like, really specific suddenly? That thing is just a stupid picture of the desert, she yells, beyond bewildered. At any rate, Magil remains transfixed and all on the glossy oil canvas, glowing with that pale blue radiance all around him. Suddenly, something even stranger happens. His right fist explodes into a ball of blue fire. After the flames abate, a strange symbol has emerged on the back of his hand. Two diagonally crossed broadswords with an S-shaped shape in the middle, interlocking the blades. Kid, Sarge, we will no longer have to worry about keys, he says, as the pale blue glow continues to radiate from his body. Ah, Magil, always good for some quality gobbledygook. Emoji? Magil turns and walks back towards the entranceway. There, he holds out his hand, and after a few moments, the door starts to burn. I rush over, eager to see what's going on. What I see next amazes me. Nothing but a hole remains in the space where the door handle once was. Easily pushing the rest of the door open, we follow Magil out of the room. Ahead of me, I hear Kid come to a sudden stop. What's wrong? I ask in a whisper. I look over, only to see Kid pointing down the dark hallway. Squinting my eyes, I try to look for something. After a while, I start to see some sort of a white mass a ways ahead of us. What is it? I ask, readying my knife. And then, as if reacting to my voice, it starts to quickly scurry towards us, growing taller and taller as it approaches. Oh, random battle. It's a skeleton. Can Magil burn it up? Ram it. I'm gonna skip through this. Okay, hold on. Catch it. Catch the skull. Smash it on the floor, and then it should just be dead, right? There we go. We're good. You okay, mate? Yeah, okay. Alright, so now we need to go to the treasury. Which means we need to go left and all the way, and then we turn a left at the staircase. Got it. So we need to head towards the terrace and then just go straight until we hit a staircase, and then we turn left. Continue. Uh-oh. Something's wrong, mate. Oh, wait. Hold on. I might be able to... If I redo it again, I might get better RNG here. Yeah, I think so. On the right. Nope, we're going to continue because that is the clock tower storeroom. And that is my phone going off. Keep going, and then we're going to take the next left. Yep, that's it. Magil steps towards the door with his burning hand extended. The instant his glowing blue palm touches the door, the lock simply disappears. Whoa, Magill, why didn't you ever use that hand of yours before? Kid purses her lips, slipping silently into the treasure vault. The hole left by Magill's new magic is perfectly round, with smooth edges, almost as though it had been cut with an incredibly sharp blade. Also, there doesn't seem to be a single scrap of wood left on the floor. Even I don't know where the scraps go, he says from beside me as I enter through the doorway. Taking our first few steps inside, Kid whistles out loud in admiration. Cripes, look at all this loot! I'm taken aback as well, despite the fact that this room smells like insecticide that's been kept alone in a drawer for years and years. Faintly visible in the dim light, a mountain of gold and silver treasure, countless works of fine art and other shimmering artifacts fill the spacious room. Let me see what we got to do real quick. Okay. Mago, I think it just says to keep going for now. It just says to open your eyes wide at what you read. So I don't know if that has to do with what we're reading here or if we're going to have to do that in a second. Mago walks around, amazed at all the items scattered around the room. Oddly enough, he starts to go crazy over some of the more eclectic, less valuable-looking items. Ah, a statue of the hero Kafaul from the planet Tarust. A stuffed Darmaphos from Saturn. A Triffid worm plant from Greylands. A Krendathu royal jelly on a Lifemaker inscribed plate. The Apostle's Crystal. And what's that over there? Could it really be a genuine Swiss Army knife? Excuse me? Embedded with Zora's blue stone? I had no idea he knew about all this kind of stuff. I had no idea there was anybody out there who knew about junk like this so much. Okay, we got some weird stuff going on. Hey, look at what we have here, Kid says, walking over to an old movie camera. Movie? Okay. I guess. Okay. Feeling a bit camera-friendly, she stretches out across the treasure, posing with a somewhat awkward smile for the camera. The teleprompter's not in order, mutters Magill, abandoning the clunky machine he'd been checking out. Okay, so we just got technology and they all know what it is. I'm guessing that, the fourth wall has been broken a little bit here. Suddenly there's a noise in the far corner. I look over, seeing one of the items suddenly being knocked over. None of us are anywhere near it, though. I unsheath my knife as Kid and I exchange glances. She goes to check it out, taking careful, quiet steps. Oh, hell, it's just the assistant director, she says. Yeah, bumbling crew, always getting in the way. Oh my god, we're just like breaking the fourth wall. It's all a movie set. The assistant director tries to explain, but is cut off by Kid. You're gonna make me screw up my lines, Kid continues. And besides, can't you see we're right in the middle of a great find here? And get me an Evian for crying out loud. But then something catches my eye. Over in the back of the room, behind the Clare Bible and Ideonite that the assistant director had knocked over, a shimmering red light streaks out, barely visible behind all the items. Ah, the frozen flame, the fake one. On an intricate pedestal sits a magnificent scarlet crystal. It's so perfectly radiant, it seems as though it's unreal, like a product of polygon technology. It slowly rotates on polygon technology. It slowly rotates on the pedestal, beckoning us. Halt! It may be dangerous. Magill extends his faintly glowing hand towards Kid, yanking her hand back just as she's about to grab the fabled item. Easy, Magill. Remember what that hand of yours can do. But then the scarlet jewel suddenly vanishes into thin air. We stare at each other, confused. Magill approaches the pedestal a few moments later, using his hand to burn a hole into the top of the platform. We peer down inside it. There, amongst an array of mechanical equipment, we see a circuit controlling the revolving pedestal and another controlling a red light of some sort, flickering on and off. Ah, a hologram. A fake, just as I expected, Magill says, looking around by the back of the pedestal. Here's the cord, he says, following along its path. It should lead us to... Did it just come unplugged? Aha! He says, stopping at the wall where the cord goes into. There we find nothing but the stagehand fumbling around with the power outlets. The short Oriental man looks up at us with a worried look on his face. You worthless piece of garbage, Kid yells, shaking the stagehand by the neck. What did you do with the real frozen flame? Come on, Kid, I say. He wouldn't know anything about anything that important. He was probably just trying to fix the lighting in here and tripped over the frozen flame's cord. Kid reluctantly releases her grip from the stagehand's neck, who gives a nervous, apologetic smile to us all before quickly scampering away. And get me an Evian already, she yells as she scurries out of sight. The real flame's gotta be around here somewhere. I have a feeling the real flame would not be stored in such an easily obtainable place, Kid. We should search elsewhere. Aye. We say goodbye to the treasure vault for now, resuming our search. Okay, that's just happening, I guess. Okay, go to the storeroom. It says go to the storeroom, laugh like a maniac. Oh no, what does that mean? Okay, where's the storeroom? Hold on. Storeroom. Oh, yeah, okay. So we just have to go to the right and then in that door. Got it. That's the storeroom. So what is in the storeroom then? What's with all this junk? Must be a storeroom or something. You don't say. It seems like this is the inner mechanics of a clock tower. However, the gears look old and rusted, and cogs are spinning randomly without connecting up with their proper teeth. I doubt the clock's still in use today. The room seems to be currently used as a storage area. A large object catches my attention, off in a far corner of the room. It's too dark over there to see what it is, though. I start to look around a bit, peering in under some of the covered items. But then, all of a sudden... What's that? What's going on? I didn't do anything! Tension rises as a low rumbling sound starts to echo out throughout the room. The light in the room has also dimmed rather suddenly. Kid looks around the room with newfound interest. I feel it too. Where's it coming from? I follow my ears over to the far wall. It seems to be coming from that direction. Kid approaches the dark, dusty rear half of the room with slow, cautious steps, attracted by the suspiciousness. The wall is covered in a large cloth. Whatever's making the noise seems to be coming from there. Kid and I look at each other. I hesitantly grip my knife as she gives the cloth a tug. Whoa! A vast collection of twinkling lights are lined up in an orderly fashion across the entire wall. I've never seen anything like this before. There's hardly any light in the room, nor does the moon's light shine in on us here. But somehow these lights twinkle and sparkle on their own, as if they contain a spark of fire within each of them. The hum we heard earlier, like that of a firefly buzzing around, seems to be coming from everywhere on this wall. Speaking of fireflies, that's very much how it all looks as well. Endless amounts of bright greens, reds, and blues twinkle and sparkle on the assortment of panels before us. Metal components of some kind seem to be integrated into the ceiling and floor. What could all this be used for? Lynx, what's he been up to all this time? Oh, that's not even her saying that. Strange paintings and now strange flickering walls hidden completely out of sight? The atmosphere in here, I suddenly realize, feels strangely similar to when we were standing in front of the painting. Maybe it's Magil. His radiance has returned to a bright blue glow. Looking over at him, he looks as though he'd never left that room. He stands there examining the wall with his lips pursed and a bead of sweat rolling down his cheek. Hi mate, come check this out. I turn my head over towards the far corner where Kid was investigating. It seems she has uncovered something more. It looks like some sort of huge box. It would probably be taller than Magil if it wasn't tipped on its side. It has a set of doors which open freely on its front face, which contain strange, colorful mechanics inside. Isn't this about the usual size of a box that a fridge comes in? Kid asks. Just break the fourth wall continually. Kid, let's think for a minute, Magil says. How could this be a refrigerator box if refrigerators haven't even been invented yet? Good call, Magil. Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, It looks an awful lot like a non-electric refrigerator box thing. Magil and I glanced at each other. Magil blinks. Ah, hell, what does it matter what I call it? It's got nothing to do with the frozen flame, she yells, kicking the box. It's a computer, I guess? Suddenly, the box starts to rumble. Lights begin to shine and shimmer all over it, letting out strange noises. It lets out a wild shrill as two flaps open up on both sides of the box. There, large legs sprout out. This thing, whatever it is, towers above us as it rises to its feet. Then, two more flaps open out, where two strong and sturdy arms begin to grow outwards, just as the legs did. It's Metaton! Finally, a round dome rises up out of the top, complete with two wide eyes, a gaping mouth, and a rotating arc-shaped antenna. Frightened for my life, I ready my weapon against the huge monstrosity before me. Ah ha 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 ah ha 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 ha. Oh. Oh, okay. That was her laughing. Kid, on the other hand, can't seem to stop laughing. Yeah, it does look kind of clunky, maybe even a bit funny looking, but still. Uh-oh. I think we rubbed it the wrong way. It looks down on us with a frustrated smirk on its face. In the center of its torso, the two original flaps slowly open, revealing a complex network of psychedelic colored gears, chains, and a pair of huge Gatling guns. We dive for cover as behind some covered items just as it opens fire. Reload. A reload. Might want to put a seizure warning on this one. Kid can't seem to help but continuing laughing and taunt the thing as we scurry from place to place. However, suddenly, a clear voice echoes out over the chaos. Kid! Sarge! Hide! Quickly! I will deactivate it! Upon hearing Magel behind it, the thing starts to whip around. Great Deva of Mars, I come for you. In a flash, Magel has leapt into the air, dashing with the full force of the fridge, or non-fridge thing. He shoots downward, landing a direct kick on the back of its head. It teeters for a moment as Magel lands safely away from it, then, miraculously, it falls lifelessly on the floor before us. As pieces of its beaten body fly out in all directions, its battery box, 2 AA sold separately, tumbles away, stopping inches from my feet. Magel stands there, a glowing champion burning with a blue radiance like never before. Are you two alright? He asks us. My belly hurts, but yeah. Kid answers, still unable to stop laughing. I silently nod to Magil. Looking over the junked remains, Kid seems to have found something of interest. She reaches out and takes some sort of white object, quickly stashing it down her bosom. Hey Kid, what's that? Nothing. Mind your own business, Sarge. Let us search elsewhere. There are many clues left to be discovered, Magil says with a cocked eyebrow before heading to the door. Thinking back on all this, Magil's been getting stranger and stranger lately. What did he call that thing? A great Deva of Mars? And how could he have known where its weak spot was? What kind of background does the guy need to have in order to know about stuff like that? I always knew he was strange, but I'm finding it out just now how strange he really is. In any case, I'm glad to have him on our side. That thing would have made mincemeat out of us if he hadn't been there. I followed the gallant, luminescent figure of Magil out of the room. Alright. This is really freaking weird. Let me see what the next thing we gotta do is here. Okay. Go down the stairs and fall off your chair laughing your ass off as the scenario becomes more and more weird with every word. Okay, so now we just need to go down the stairs then. Wait. Down the stairs, does it matter? I think we go down these stairs, right? Because there are stairs here. Oh no, that's a staircase going up. Go down the stairs. I guess I'll give it a shot. We'll just see. Okay, we can't go that way then. Okay. In that case, we'll go back to the terrace. Let me see this, the map again. Oh yeah, there's only one other room. We just gotta go down... Down where we go to the ballroom and go down the stairs there, I think. And then we go, proceed through the hallway, and then take the stairs, right? And that goes down. Whoa, okay. Something's happening. That was definitely the right thing. Just as we reach the bottom of the stairs, a wall of light suddenly flashes out in front of us. I almost run into it, but I barely managed to stop myself before colliding with that blistering hot thing. I look a bit closer at it once I've caught my bearings. In addition to the bright light in front of us, strange markings are scattered around the floor within it. Around the markings, a small ditch runs in a perfect circle where the columns of light radiate up from. A weird sort of shrill seems to be coming from it as well. What is it? Can you break through it with your magic? I asked Magill. Without saying a word, Magill shifts his glance over to Kid. What are you looking at me for? Kid asks defensively. Magill points to her chest. Oh, the thing she stole. Oh, my bunny? My bunny? Kid reluctantly reaches into her bosom. She takes out a plush bunny hand puppet saying, "It's my toy, I found it fair and square." So that's what she found in the wreckage, a toy bunny. But what good would that be here? Kid, this is actually a Martian Forest League concealed lesser armament bunny, and it is far more than a toy. Kid gawks at Magill, as do I. I suppose I'm expecting him to yell "gotcha" any time now. But he just stands there aloof as ever. He puts the white, fluffy, blue-eyed bunny puppet under his hand with utmost care. So, this Martian Forest League, lesser armament bunny... Martian Concealed Forest League's lesser armament bunny, Magill corrects, as solemn as a philosophy teacher. Right. This Martian... Yeah, okay. What is it? Oh, that's Kid talking. Please, Kid, such technology is hopelessly beyond human comprehension. Well, what does it do, then? Watch. Wait a... No, that's okay, Magill. Magill turns around, facing the columns of light. Entirely unfazed by my presence, Magill starts to dance around, waving the bunny through the air as he recites some sort of weird incantation. Keep cut provolone soccer? It's like he's wasted or something. What is happening? These are just getting progressively weirder. And then after a few moments, the glimmering light begins to subside. Well, whatever. I stopped trying to figure out this whole mess a long time ago. Sarge? Sarge. Magill turns to me, staring into my eyes with relentless honesty. He holds the bunny, the Martian Forest League lesser armament bunny, mind you, out in front of him, saying, "I entrust this to you. Please, if anything should ever happen to me, use it as I have." Magill, I humbly accept this most sacred gift. I shall use it sparingly and appropriately, I say with a deep bow. Hey, when in Rome. Okay. This enchanted seal can never be completely removed, Magill continues. It will require one to re-extinguish it from time to time. By doing what I have done, this instrument can be used to temporarily nullify the effects of the seal. Please remember how to use it, for someday you too may find yourself in need of its assistance. So it's safe to cross now? Yes. We must hurry, though. Walking across it, I feel a little bit of a shock run through my feet as I take my first few steps. But nothing serious happens. Okay. Once we're across, we come to a solid oak door after a bit of walking. Kid opens it slowly. And our heart is beating. Having come this far, I take a deep breath. It's almost pitch black inside the room. All I can tell is that it's very large and very cold. I can make out something in a far corner. It's a large metallic structure of some kind. A billowing voice echoes down from high above. Oh, look, here we are, again. Finally, you've made it. I was wondering if you pitiful apes would ever show up. And there, amidst the shadowy interior of this spacious room, Lord Lynx awaits. Before him, shimmering off the dank walls and ceiling of this underground cavern, a scarlet jewel radiates a deep red light. The frozen flame. Lynx, I have you now, Kid shouts, feral. I beg to differ, young lady, Lynx taunts, leaping down from the rocks, dashing toward her with amazing speed. Kid takes on a battle stance as she readies herself for him. However, he quickly dodges her attack, picking her up and tossing her through the air as though like a rag doll. Kid! She's been thrown backward into a wall behind us as Link returns to near where he stood, unfazed. I run over and scoop Kid up in my arms. Oh, how sweet. The apes care for each other. However, I would be more worried about yourself, young man, Link shouts, laughing at the top of his lungs. That beast, there has to be something I can do, but he's so fast, I've never seen anybody move like that. Use the bunny. Use the bunny. The lesser armament bunny, or something like that. As Lynx continues to laugh, I desperately try to ignore him and fight off this sudden feeling of hopelessness. What would Magil do at a time like this? Wait, where is Magil? I haven't seen him since we came in. Wait, what's that? Is that a guitar? Just a second ago, a strange sound echoed throughout the huge cavern. It couldn't have been Lynx. He seemed to be caught off guard by the sound as much as I was. I feel like I'm playing AI Dungeon. Have you ever seen that game where it's like an AI? It's like a text-based game, but an AI does it? This feels like that. Suddenly, a figure comes forth from out of a dark corner of the room, carrying a portable amp at his side and a shiny guitar across his chest. Electrified sounds continue to roar through the cavern again and again as the figure continues to come toward us. It's Magil! Magil's rocking out, man. He's shredding. Wait, Magil? From what I can tell, it looks like him, sort of. Although having somehow changed into skin-tight, riveted jeans, trendy goggles, and a cool-looking shirt exposing his defined torso, it seems to be Magil in the flesh. Lights shine up from behind him, dazzlingly illuminating his glistening spiked hair and ponytail. Magil? What do you think you're doing? Kid asks, recovering from her daze. But Magil says nothing, continuing on with his enthusiastic solo. No, that noise! Stop! Stop that noise! Lynx shouts, holding his ears. What's that? You'd like a little stairway to heaven? Your wish is my command, Magil shouts, with a huge smile before wailing on the guitar even that louder. Before long, it seems like Lynx is going mad listening to the harsh dissonance. His head starts to vibrate before swelling up more and more like a balloon. Then, all of a sudden, his head pops. Okay. At the same time, a countless number of cracks start to run up his body, snapping away parts of his body piece by piece until a number of slender green tentacles make their way through his body, writhing all around him. Is he a Martian? What's going on here? Sarge, Kid says, rising to her feet. This is a bigger fight than I expected. I'm counting on you. You got that? I don't know, Kid. I can't throw myself into the thick of battle now. Who would narrate the story if something was to happen to me? Suddenly, the remains of Lynx fly out in all directions. And with that, Lynx has completed his metamorphosis. He's a... Oh my god! He looks like a freaking Octorok. A gigantic, slimy, lime green octopus stands before us, eagerly awaiting our doom. He's got a freaking ray gun and an axe. I have you now, Martian conjurer, Magil shouts. I have searched the galaxy for over 500 years for you, wretched H-class space criminal. I have hidden my identity as a mere human, traveling with these people in order to track you to this very spot. But now such tricks are no longer necessary. Behold, for I am Universal Detective MICK Venchovi. As soon as Magil Mick says this, light streaks out from all around him. When I can see again, he's changed again into some sort of polished metallic body armor. And now, I come for you. Magil turns toward the grotesque octopus and hurls himself into the air. Oh my god. The octopus takes on a look of shock and disgust as Mick reveals himself. Ah, my ever trendy antithesis, MICK Venchovi, so you have finally found me. It was because of you that I was forced to flee Mars. Fleeing in haste, I accidentally crash-landed on this hellhole planet. My fusion reactor was rendered useless, leaving me stranded here, all because of you. I was forced to eat my own... Wait. I was forced to eat my own ship to survive, he continues, sobbing. The control panel, the steering wheel, I even had to boil down the seat mat for food. And now, 500 years later, you come to arrest me just as I have finished repairing my fusion core, he yells, nodding to the frozen flame. The frozen flame, a fusion reactor. Within Magel's eyes, a silver flash of light shines out as the pale pulse runs down his glimmering armor. Ah, the Martian Cyclone Crystal Fusion Reactor. Too bad that after I'm done with you, the reactor won't be the only one needing 500 years of repairing. Not if I can help it, the Martian octopus shouts. Not missing a beat, Lynx instantly starts to shoot his heavy gray pistol at us, showering the room with jagged beams of light. While we're busy dodging the plethora of light rays, Lynx suddenly snatches the frozen flame and runs into the huge metallic saucer-shaped object over in the corner. In a flash, the thing starts up, rising high above us in a matter of seconds. The thing could easily weigh 10,000 tons, yet it hovers over us as easily as a bird. How do you like my new and improved Galaxy mothership? We hear Lynx's voice boom throughout the cavern. I apologize, but I do believe I will not be coming back to Mars with you, my dear Bon Jovi. The ship fires an even more intense barrage of ammunition at us, causing the walls and ceiling around us to crumble and break apart. Excuse me. The cavern is collapsing all around us. Boulders of all sizes are frantically raining down on us. Oh no! Magel's been struck down by a huge boulder. He's helplessly tapped beneath it. Magel, no! I rush over to him and push the gigantic boulder off. The boulder seems to have crushed some of his armor though. He's hurt bad. Feel like running yet, fools? Lynx shouts from inside his cockpit. We gotta get out of here. We can't just leave Mick though, I shout at Kid. Look at all that armor he's got on. It'll be impossible to carry him out, even with 3 people. Wait, 3 people? It would still be tough. Don't worry. Well, I'm about to say, wait, who's the third? Don't worry about me, Magel mutters as his armored fingers suddenly grasp my ankle. Sarge, Magel gasps. The Martian Forest League Junior... The bunny, I interrupt. Yes, he says. The bunny. Use it. Use the bunny. Use the bunny, Sarge. Of course, the bunny. Taking the soft puppet out of my pocket, I look back over to Mick. Sarge, use it as I have shown you. It is a multi-use detonator, and please look after Kid if death comes for me. I clench my fists as I raise my head looking up towards Lynx's dreadful ship. Lynx, behold, I shout, grasping my hand into the air, pointing the bunny towards the ship. You! Where did you get that? Lynx shrieks. No, he continues, you must not use it, please. It will negate the stability of the fusion reactor. It will kill us all. I look down to Magel. Damn it, I mean Mick. I look down towards Mick, who nods back at me confidently. Ignoring Lynx's pleas, I close my eyes and mimic the enchantment Magel performed earlier with utmost care. Heat cup, provolone, soccer mom. Okay. Good, Sarge. The detonation sequence has been initiated on a time delay, Mick says. We must escape before that ship detonates. Kid and I hoist his heavy body up and start to drag him out of the spacious cavern. We're not very far out when suddenly, a giant explosion rocks the entire area around us. From far behind, we hear Lynx shriek, "My ship!" over and over again. The walls around us are beginning to tremble and shake more and more. Oh no, the entire mansion is collapsing. Run, Sarge! Mick shouts as Kid and I desperately try to scamper away faster. Mick seems to have regained a bit of his strength and adrenaline, helping us by limping a bit as we carry his incredibly heavy body through the dark, twisted corridors of Viper Manor. Come on, please, don't cave in just yet. Damn it, just a little longer, please. Yes, we're out. Looking back on the mansion from a safe distance, we watch it collapse under its own weight. It comes toppling down into what looks like a sweltering black hole infused with a deep Martian redness. Okay, this was definitely the weirdest one yet, by far. And if they are getting progressively weirder, I'm afraid. Because this is number 4, I think, of like 7. Though I don't know if we're going to be able to do 5. I do have a thing I want to say though in a minute about 5. Actually, let me say it. I wonder if we have to do them in order. So now that we've done 4, I'm going to try to do 5 one more time. And if it doesn't work again, I'm skipping it. It might be the funniest one out of all of them, but I'm gonna skip it because I don't know how. I let out a deep breath as I stare up into the nighttime sky. Suddenly, however, a small group of what looks like flying saucers come flying out of nowhere the mansion used to be. Out of where the mansion used to be, soaring up into the stratosphere, and making Final Fantasy menu sounds. Supporting Mick on both sides, we stare up at the ascending getaway ships. I guess it would have been Chrono Trigger menu sounds too. Don't take it too rough, Mick. At least we made it out alive. Tomorrow's another day. Indeed, he replies. They're pedal-powered escape pods! They won't get too far. They're just in there pedaling. Looking up as they soar over our heads, I see that he's right. Within the translucent center of one of the pods, I see what looks like Lynx crammed in with a goblin who's being barked at by Lynx to pedal twice as fast in order to keep the ship afloat. Yeah, I think you're right, I say. Human power can't be much of a replacement for a nice fusion reactor, especially when we're talking about interstellar travel. I look over to Kid, but ironically enough, instead of the pouting face I expected, it seems like there's a quality about her that I don't think she's had before. Something more at ease about her in a subtle sort of way. Tonight, we rest. Tomorrow the search continues, says Mick triumphantly. And so, for this adventure, we have come to the end. Okay, yeah, that was... Or is it? 11111. Okay. That was incredible. I think that was my favorite one so far. It just kept going like, wait, what? Like right from the get-go. Alright. I'm actually going to leave this episode here, but let's just see something real quick. I want to see what happens here. From Kid Mick and the Martians. I want to see what the, Yep, cool, yep. This is all the same, and I think this is just going to be the same too. Yep, alright. Oh, they're flying saucers! They're all flying saucers now. Yes! Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I'm going to leave this episode here. In the next episode, we're going to try we're going to do the last 3, and we might have to skip 5 if we can. If we do it, that'll be great. But we're going to try to do the last 3 in the next episode, depending on how long they are. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do the last 3, because we might have to skip one anyway. Alright. If you like this episode... Oh, wait. The camera isn't there anymore. I'm looking there, and I need to be looking here. If you like this, you know what to do. You've probably seen a YouTube video before. If you haven't seen a YouTube video before, thank you for making me your first YouTube video. And also, you can ask somebody who has seen a YouTube video before what you should do. Or watch somebody else and they'll tell you. But anyway, we're currently playing through Neo The World Ends With You, Nier Replicant, Radical Dreamers, as you can see. And we also stream over on Twitch, where we're doing the Beautiful Joe in Metroid Prime. So if any of that interests you, be sure to check us out. We also do stuff like if there's a Nintendo Direct or some game trailers that look interesting, I'll check those out. And every blue moon, I will open up some packs of like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something. But that's just, like I said, that's more of a blue moon kind of thing, just every time I buy something that looks interesting. So if any of that interests you, come check us out again sometime, and I hope to see you there. Bye.